Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of City Skylines. First, I do want to apologize about there being a little delay in between episodes. I had some issues with the game. Apparently the Steam Workshop was not agreeing with the game and it wasn't downloading certain workshop items, and I didn't notice that it was doing that, so I was getting an error that had no details every time I loaded up the game. So that delayed me a little bit, so I do apologize about the wait. Now, last episode we did build the new cargo harbor, and it seems to be working just fine. I know a lot of times I talk about not doing all this industrial section, but I did make a little one right in front of it, and what the eventual plan is going to be. And I've talked about this, and I think we're going to actually, within the next couple episodes, we're going to start doing it. I'm going to buy the land that's across the river here, and we're probably going to make another interchange over here that's going to allow traffic on both sides. And what we're going to do, we're going to try to move this over there, but I want to do it in a manner where they're going to have plenty of services. We can start getting those building updates or upgrades really quick, and we can not produce that much pollution. And overall, I'm fine with an industrial area if it's away from our residential areas, which really it isn't right now. And eventually, once this is cleaned up, I would like to extend our neighborhoods to have nice houses along the river here. So that is a future plan. What we're going to do here today, I've got a little bit of work on both sides. I'm going to do a little bit of work over here again. I'm trying to make this city efficient and make this city a place where people really want to move. So we're going to start actually playing around in this area here. And actually, I have quite a few unique buildings. I kind of want to move the university, or I could create another one. Let's see our education here. I kind of want to create another one. Let's see, our capacity. See, we've got still quite a bit of capacity left. It's really our high schools that are somewhat the issue. We're going to build a little education center over here for people in the city. That way they don't have to travel across to try to get to one of the other schools, which I'm pretty sure are fairly full at the moment. So what we're going to do here, and I feel like we can use this area. We're going to see, is this a one-way? No, that is a two-way. So we're going to extend that. And this is always kind of a pain in the butt to do, but we're gonna try to make it flow. Is that going to be taking an angle, like a 90 degree that way? Or do we want to try to make this not as aggressive? I think we should probably do like a 90 this way, make it even with the road. So what we're going to do, we're going to extend, I think we're going to use between this area, we might do some more parks here, but I think this area is going to be best suited for like another little education center. So let's see, I've got to check my one-ways here. This is a one-way. I know some people complain about my one-ways, but I like them. They're addicting. But I do think I might change this because I need traffic flow for basically everything right here. Let's see, I cannot upgrade this to a two-way road. Well, I bet you I can do this here. Here we go, upgrade, upgrade. Okay, so traffic's gonna be allowed to flow both ways. Let's go ahead and make it go up to the intersection here. So, okay, we can start going around each way now. And I believe, is that a bus? Yeah, that is a bus stop. I was like, what's everybody waiting here for? So that actually works, school, bus stop. So let's see what we're gonna do. Let's go with a, get off the upgrades here. Let's go ahead and make this link around. I know this is really odd, but I plan on decorating this area, and then we're gonna make a squared out path here, which that's not quite even like I like, but this will be okay. So this is gonna get like a little tail section here, and this is nice because they're near a park. I've also got some new buildings here. I'm still tempted, so tempted to put that university over here. I'm thinking about moving it. Let's look, where are we at? I believe it's right, here it is. It's tempting to relocate this. You know what? I feel like we're still safe. We're gonna go ahead and add so much to the education center. Let's go ahead, we're gonna build another one. I think we'll be fine with that. We've got the money right now, so we're gonna place you, ooh, that is actually even. Okay, it's dead center. Right now it's not gonna have electricity, so let's run a temp line along this and up to here. And water lines. Let's go ahead. We're just gonna do this area here. I don't plan on building any closer to the highway. And by the way, do I have that upgraded? Is the highway, the noise barrier? That's a project I need to invest in and run it up. And what is up with the death over here? What is going on? Our crematoriums, you know what? They're all over here. We might need to put some more up. I'll address that here in a second. So let's see. Let's do that. We need a high school. I kind of like this one. It doesn't hold as much. Let's see. Our high school. Yeah, our capacity is really bad on that. Let's see. It's how many? That holds 1,000. That holds 600. Yeah, I can't take that hit right now. We need higher capacity. So let's go ahead. We're gonna stick this on this side. That's probably pretty dead center there. And then we're gonna stick an elementary on this side. So we've got a nice little area. We're all getting water, electricity. Yep, it did link around, so that's good there. We can do something with the center part here. And there's another building. I downloaded, some people were asking about some of the mods that I downloaded. Well, there's a modder pack available as DLC. And I guess it takes some of the best modders for City Skylines, and it gave them the option to build some buildings. And then it was like a paid DLC deal. But there's this faculty building. And I don't really know if we need it. I mean, we've got plenty of capacity, but I feel like it would look good and it would work like a future-proof thing for this area anyway, so we could. And oh, there's our next milestone, Colossal City. We've unlocked the cargo hub, which that would work. I kind of need that. And then the nuclear power plant, I'm not really worried. We've gone pretty much green with almost all of our power, so we're not worried there. And then, you know, we need to look into tourism. I've got a little bit, but I feel like we could be doing a much better job with that too. Where do I want to stick this building? I want to keep this center open because I want it like another park here. This is an odd building. Let's stick it right here. What does it look like? It is an odd building. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It doesn't really match the university that much. I really need to look into getting different universities. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into here. Let's see, what do we want to give them? All right, I think I have something in mind here. We're not going to place since the actual parks are right across the street, we're just going to kind of decorate this, and I'm going to use these here. These are this is a mod, I believe, by the way. It's a canal block, and then there is a unique, there's like a fountain here. Actually, that one doesn't fit, but I think I have some other ones. I might place something in the middle here, depending on what I have. I think that would look good. Or we could just, realistically, we could just run paths up and down it, I believe. Let's do that. Let's look into doing that real quick. So we're going to grab that. Let's give them bike paths and let it run across the yard there. And we can go ahead and follow those with pedestrian paths. And that doesn't work. You know what? They'll have to use the sidewalk for those. So we got bike paths through there. We've probably got some ploppables that we can put along it. Anything good? Let's see. I know there's some sort of pavilions or something. Yeah, here's one here. And that lone tree. Okay, that's got to go. We can go ahead and put a pavilion. Aim it about right here. And we'll make some paths where they can cross. No, actually, no, I'm going to keep it about like that. We'll work on that some more here in a second, but that's opened up some options. Let's look at what's going on over here. So we've got actually a death problem, and healthcare-wise, we're great. And we have plenty of cemeteries. I'm assuming it's just all the fact that there's nothing over here to go collect bodies. They're so busy with the other parts of the city that, yeah, we'll just put it by the radar dish. This will be fine. Let's stick a couple of these out here. We've got plenty of capacity. It's just the traffic, the road layout. It just seems like, I guess, the hearses are not getting across. So we've got that. We've got this new area here. I still feel like we can decorate this a bit. Now, it is getting dark. I keep dark on because I like to look at the city at night to see how it looks when it's all lit up. But I don't typically like to build at night. So I'm going to fast forward time here, and we're going to get beyond that. And I want to address one more thing. If you're seeing the thunderstorm warning up in the top left, I had to turn that down, the announcer. There's a bug here, and I've looked it up on the forum. It's constantly giving me this warning like every 2 minutes, and it was absolutely annoying. It started happening last episode. I really didn't know what it was. So if you see that, don't be alarmed. It is perfectly fine. So anyways, let's go ahead and get around today here. All right, now that we're still working on this side of town, what we're going to do another extension here. A lot of times you see, and I guess I should probably measure out how big this building is. A lot of times you see some sort of expo center, or not really an arena. I'm not quite to the point where I want to put like a sports team in, but I'm going to go to the unique buildings here, and they have this expo center. It's a trade shows, conferences, This will attract visitors. I'm thinking this will do good on this side of town. The question is, actually, how wide is it? Does that fit? Oh, it's off by 1, but the streets themselves are off. So, okay. I think that'll be okay right there. So, are we getting water? Yeah, let's go ahead and extend it out just a little bit on each side. So now we have an expo center, and that is aimed completely the wrong way. Let's go ahead and swap that around real quick. You need to be aimed towards, I believe, this side. And that might be a little awkward to get to, so we're gonna go ahead and change real quick to, see, we've got a 4-lane going around it, but I wanna go ahead. This area is not too bad for traffic, so I don't feel obligated to use the one-ways here to try to direct them out. So we're gonna allow traffic to flow through either way, and I'm probably gonna do it along the whole backside here for the office building. So let's go ahead and do that. That should make it go out to the streets. So there we go. Got an expo center down here. So we've got some nice parks. Got a nice little education center here right now. What else do we have? We have quite a few unique buildings, and I feel like we need to actually be using these. So we've got all the statues. Not really quite. Actually, is that like an? Oh, it's a statue of shopping. That's really weird. Okay, what else do we have here? I've downloaded quite a few mods here, like the steam metal. That doesn't really make sense. American apartments, which we could probably actually use those. I would like to make like an apartment complex somewhere, but I picture it being on the other side. So probably not going to do that. Chevrolet car dealership, a Kohl's, a Best Western motel. Actually, you know, a motel would work pretty good. I don't think it's going to be like right by the big buildings, but that's one we might need to look into. Let's see, what else do we have here? We're lacking a little bit on this back side here, and I feel like we need to place something, but I don't think we need to place just something like anything. We need something good here. So we could do a fountain of life and death. I don't know if I like that. Neighborhood park sounds a lot more friendlier. And what are we having issues here? I'm seeing these icons appear. I think I might have screwed up some sort of bus line. Let's see. I could place this on the corner here and just get rid of some houses. It seems like these are kind of giving us trouble anyways. Would that look odd having a neighborhood park there? Picture maybe like we would need a plaza or something. I don't think we have any options for plazas though, or at least any decent options. Need to look into downloading more of those. You know, let's put the fountain of life and death. That screams awesomeness there. There we go. Nice little park they can get to here. These buildings are upgrading. I've been watching them. They'll shift, and they're getting bigger and bigger. And our population, it's really going up right now. I mean, even though it is a little bit in the red, but we'll go ahead and shift around. We're going to go ahead and add some more sections up here and try to actually meet some of our demands. Okay, so we've got a little bit of an office demand over here. So we're going to go ahead and extend out. I'm going to keep, like I said, this main area is going to be pretty well gridded. It's back on these back sides where we can start branching off, doing unique buildings, arenas, everything else. But I want to keep the actual main city gridded. So this is a one-way here, and this will stay a one-way. This just needs to be it because I'm trying to prevent traffic from being too bad on the highway here. So let's go out. I think we've been doing squares of 3. And is that a one-way in front of? Yes, it's in front of all those buildings over there, the unique buildings. I forget what some of these are. It's like institutes and all that. It's actually a really nice-looking area, and it's going to look good once we build around it. So, got that going. This should be enough for 2, I believe it's 2 lanes here, or 2 sections. So, one here, one here. So, we've got that. Let's go ahead and check our water. Of course, we don't have that yet. So, let's extend along here. And we're going to go something like that. Keep going, and something like that. So we've got that hooked up. Let's go ahead and place office buildings. I believe somebody told me, and I believe it's true. It's been a while since I've really dug into how certain aspects of the game work again. That these will start kind of phasing out some of your industrial needs. I guess it's just the way the budget starts to work. You're getting a lot more revenue off of office buildings opposed to your industrial. But we need it to invest in our education system. That's where we were lacking quite a bit. And our elementary school capacity is still down. I mean, we are still struggling with that. I mean, there's schools in the areas. There's nobody that's really too bad. There's a little bit of an area right here, but I don't know. It's like we still need to build another one, and we're just kind of spamming these right now. I like building these in unique areas, but we're getting to the point where we can't do that. We don't have a large enough institute. Let's check our budgets on that real quick. I believe... Yeah, education is maxed out, so there's nothing we can do there except place more schools. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna spam another one up here, probably on the corner. I don't know why you would have 2 elementary schools that close together. If I can find one, I need to find a mod that just, there's gotta be a large elementary school somewhere, because that's a little annoying having to do that the way I am, but that works. Alright, so we're gonna build a one-way. That little area we just built is filling up quite nicely. This will be the last one-way on this side. Everything else can be allowed to be 2 ways. But we have such a high demand in commercial and I'm assuming office buildings, so we're gonna go ahead and satisfy that demand. Let's see, where do I need to have some cuts across, or I could have some really long streets here, kind of varied up. I don't know if we really need to have that many intersections in between, so we might be able to get away with this. So let's go ahead and go office, office, and we'll go ahead and allow this all to be office. That should take care of our demand for it right now, and this should be really good for the city. Now let's look at our transportation here. Are we getting our buses getting over here? Taxis? I need all of that. Taxis. Got a depot over there. Actually, we're gonna need one on this side. So let's go with the corner right here. Get some taxis flowing through here. Now our bus lines are probably in the same kind of issue here. Yeah, we're not getting them over to this side. So I feel like we need to have transportation. So we're gonna create a new line over here, and we'll see. We'll start here. We're gonna run through this office park, run up through, I think we'll add another stop. Can I go down this lane? Okay, that's a one-way, so go down here, and wow, we don't have any down this way, so we're gonna add a stop here, and we're gonna loop around. So we'll loop this back. We won't do any more stops because I feel like that's enough there. And we'll loop it back around to complete the line. So there we go. Got that. We've got bus stops. Okay, so we're good to go there. We should be able to get pretty decent traffic through here. I'm not noticing any issues with traffic through our office zones. Our residential zones, they're pretty tightly packed, so there does seem to be a little bit of traffic issues. You still have a little bit up here on this main boulevard, or actually the main road. It's not a boulevard. But for the most part, we're doing pretty good for our traffic. That was my main concern when it came to the big city, was going to be, how are we going to manage traffic? And I feel like we're doing a pretty solid job at that. Obviously, this area is doing pretty good over here. This looks nice. And I'm looking for something to put right here and right in here. We really could make this just like another little park plaza. There's a very nice park that I want to use in this area, and it's called the Friendly Neighborhood Park. It's actually kind of big. I feel like maybe we can put it here. I understand we might be overkilling a little bit on the parks, but I feel like in an area like this, you can't do that. Like, always on the outskirts of these cities, you see these parks. So, let's see. Ooh, this one's already got some pre-built paths. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so we're going to place that one there, and let's go ahead and break one off here on the back side. And then we've got another one here, and of course our bus depot is in the way, or that's our taxi. Let's go ahead, we're gonna move that. I wanna move that to probably the other corner here. So let's do it there. That way we leave this free and clear, so we're gonna do that. And let's connect our last path here. That is nice. Okay, let's put some, need some trees and stuff out in this area. Actually, it's gonna be in the ploppables. Okay, what kind of trees do we have here? Try to match them up a little bit. That's one thing that always bothers me. It's gonna make sure I try to somewhat, there we go. I like to try to somewhat match these trees, because if they look really odd, I don't want them to look out of place here. So we're gonna place those here. And I really wish, and I can't find the proper tree. I could have lined bushes up and down this, but I guess maybe we could get away with putting trees up and down here. I know I deleted the one tree that was in this area, but let's go ahead and just place some out here. There we go. Nice, very nice. I like this area. So we've got this built on. They're already filling this up quite nicely. So let's see what else we need to do here. Okay, we are ready to buy here, and I'm so tempted. I really want to buy the squares down here by the opening and kind of start a tourism thing, but that still seems a little bit out of reach. I think we need to focus on over here. So we're going to buy this land here. And eventually, it's not going to be this episode. It's going to take a little bit to do. I need to find, like I said, a new intersection here, or a new exchange, and I need to start moving this. And we're still doing a good job over here. We can now delete a couple more landfills, so we're still cleaning up there. This one is... Okay, we need to empty this one. We're almost empty. I don't think... How many more of those do we have? Got one there. That one's full. That one needs to be emptied. We have plenty of recycling plants, so they should be able to intake the extra trash here. So let's empty that. That should be good. We're getting ready to move this because I want to extend these neighborhoods over to here. The farm area, this is where our solar plants are, isn't necessarily an issue. That's going to be fine. It's just, I'll probably keep that and do some more farm areas back here, but it's all of this. That will essentially need to be moved over here, but it'll need to be done in a very cleaner state. I'll definitely have to work on some of the road systems. And then this should actually fix our traffic problems here. We will no longer have industrial traffic trying to come into this side. Alright, I really like the way this city's coming out. This downtown district is growing. I'm still getting really high demands for more offices and commercial. So let's look at our policies real quick. We've got the smoke detector, recycling, smoking ban, parks and recreation, education boost. We need that. Let's go ahead. It's going to increase our education budget, but that's fine. So we've got that. Let's see. Helicopter priority. Okay, I don't think we need any of that. Taxation. I don't think we need to really mess with that. I don't want to ruin what we have here. We might increase a little bit, but it's not going to be big increases at all. Let's see, is this a two-way? This is another one-way. I feel like we need to start doing two-ways here for our next section. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab this here. We're going to upgrade the road here. So that should fix that. So what we're going to do, I know we're going to allow them to spit out because I don't need another one-way. I am overdoing it a little bit on those. I do understand that. So we're going to go ahead, grab this road here. I hate the rain, but let's see. There we go. We're going to add one more small section, and then I want to do another specialized section back here. We're not going to do that today, but let's see. Let's go ahead and open up more offices here. So let's go ahead and get these zones going. And make sure we've got water run through here. There we go. Got all the lanes going. Now let's see how fast this expands. I'll show you how the demand's working right now. There we go. We'll start to pop up, so that's doing good there. We'll eventually need to swing this highway around. I'm just kind of planning, and we're getting a little bit of crime here in the city. The death problem, it's still somewhat there, but it is definitely improved a whole lot. So I feel like things are being run efficiently right now in this city. But yeah, they're going to start expanding out into this area here. So I feel like we accomplished quite a bit here today, guys. If there's anything you'd like to see me do in City Skylines, comment below. Any sections you want to see me make. Any, like, I mean, it can be districts, any mods, modded buildings. I do want to continue to tightly pack this area and continue to grow it and upgrade it. So we will be placing some more parks and more services in here. And then I do want to eventually get some sort of sports team in here. But I want to kind of wait until that, I think it's the 70,000 mark that we need to hit. That way we can get our airport, and then I'll start to really think that, all right, we are a huge city. We're ready to really start to expand, and we'll start to doing some of those really big upgrades. But anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of City Skylines. I will try to continue to do this a little more often. May try to get another episode out this week to try to make up for last week. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Everything helps my channel. And we will see you guys next time on City Skylines. Thank you.